him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Haskins on 1st down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, Geis. And he stopped immediately there. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play action. Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We're going to 53. I'm coming. 56 to Mike. That's check 56.
Prescott now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 54. Let's go. Mike 50. We go 46. Coming to you. Show me 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Off to Geis on the screen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
First down, Redskins.
He's coming, double up.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Past the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Being chased out left. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, kill. Y'all play 26.
First down, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Trevor Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's... This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Prescott from the gun. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And it's third down.
On third down, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Haskins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the ball for this one now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big run that time by Elliott. 65 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
47.
Prescott on first down. Trying to improvise. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. On second down, Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 77 yards. And the Redskins are able to get a score back. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 79 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there out of Geis. 64 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
3 down. Get it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Hopkins with the extra point, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, 47. 26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
No gain, and it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Second down, Haskins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins able to find his running back, Geis. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will get him one closer.
49. Redskins 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They keep on the ground with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Got him in, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. He's got Jack Doyle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Prescott towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage moves from 137-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Haskins back to the air. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. On 3rd down, Haskins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to... Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 20, 10, and they are gonna score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game. And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today.
Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a second score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think that. I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.